What is a hierarchy anyway? We often think about ranking when we think of hierarchy. In geometry, a hierarchy refers to how groups of shapes are included in other groups of shapes based on attributes. Let's take a look at a different example of hierarchy based on attributes to make sense of the geometry hierarchy. Let's say that I left my lunch in my car and you offer to go get it for me. If I gave you my keys and you came to this parking lot, it may take you a while to figure out which car was mine. You probably wouldn't choose any of these vehicles. These are all forms of transportation, but they don't have the important attributes of what we refer to when we talk about cars. So as people, we group things by attributes. As long as the thing has the important attributes, we can put it in the category. Sometimes a thing fits in a larger category and a subcategory. A subcategory is inside another category. Let's think about vehicles that we use for road transportation. We might use a truck, a car, a van, or a bus to travel on the road. Each of these categories has its own subcategories. There are large transfer trucks and pickup trucks, passenger vans and cargo vans, school buses and charter buses. Cars also have subcategories. Many people categorize cars by the company that makes them. A few examples might be Toyota, Honda, or Ford. Remember that you offered to go get my lunch from my car, but it would be hard to know where to begin in the parking lot. But if I handed you my key and you saw the Toyota symbol on the key, now you know that you don't need to look at every car, just the Toyotas. If I drive a Toyota, is it still a car? Of course, I can either call it a car or a Toyota. Both are true because a Toyota is a subcategory of car. But not all cars are Toyotas. There are other kinds of cars too, like Hondas, Fords, and many more. When you see that my car is a Toyota, you might ask me about the make to ease your search for my car. Corolla, Camry, and Avalon are some of the subcategories of Toyota. Let's say my car is a Camry. I could have asked you to get my lunch from my Camry. Is it still a Toyota? Is it still a car? Now, a harder question. If I tell you that my car is a Toyota, does it have to be a Camry? Of course not. Just think of the situation of getting my lunch. The most specific information, Camry, will help. However, if I had just decided to get my own lunch and wanted to tell you where I was going, then saying car is just fine because that's all the information needed at that point. The specific information is not needed. In fact, I could use any of the names for my road transportation. I could call it my car, my Toyota, or my Camry and be correct. Polygons are also placed in a hierarchy. Let's take a look at that. Shape hierarchy works just like our transportation hierarchy. All shapes that have three or more sides and no curves are polygons. Triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, hexagons, octagons, and decagons are all polygons. Trapezoids, kites, and parallelograms are all quadrilaterals because a quadrilateral is any polygon with four sides and four angles. So it would be correct to call a trapezoid a quadrilateral or a polygon. Any of those names would be correct for that figure. Each shape can be identified with a specific name and can be identified in larger categories.